So I've got 4 kids. My wife and I have number 5 on the way right
Amazing,
now.
man.
So
Congrats.
We're popping out as many as we can. I'm trying to slim down and get healthy, so I'm there for my great grandkids because I want to play with all of them.
Let's go.
So one thing that's fascinating to me is as my voice has grown online, as I've been chasing you a little bit, trying to be more of a creator, as my numbers go up, I talk and I say like, hey, my favorite part of my day is when I sit down with one of my kids and I teach them something.
Yeah.
And the audience goes nuts and they say, I've never heard this before. Is this how fatherhood is? Because we grew up in the era of Homer Simpson fathers, that you're stupid, you're an idiot, you're just a paycheck. Fatherhood is worthless. You said this a moment ago. We don't see fatherhood as being cool anymore. Yeah. Do you think that could be a piece of it? Get women
massively, dude. I think what you've just said is incredibly important. I think you underestimate how important it is for you to even say things like that, because a lot of young men are not seeing. One of the problems with the internet is actually the vast majority of people who are in happy marriages, have stable homes, have their kids, whatever, they're not on Twitter, they're not on Instagram, they're not on YouTube, like they're not out there doing all this stuff and talking about it. And I fully understand that, and I get that, look, not everyone wants to be a social media influencer. People like to have their privacy, especially when it comes to their wife, their children, all of these things and whatever. But I can tell you that nothing makes me want to be a father more than seeing my brothers, my friends, my people around me, people online, like you saying like, yeah, I've got 4 kids, I've got my 5th on the way. I'm like, man, that's lit. Like, you know, you might be looking at me like, man, I want to get in better shape. I'm like, man, I want to have 5 kids too. I want to, you see, so we influence each other, right? It rubs off. But if you were there saying like, oh, like marriage sucks, this is the worst thing I've been, telling guys like, guys, don't do it. Don't do this. Like my kids are the bane of my life. They're waking me up all the time. I just had to do this, right? You get that also impacts people. Yeah. And I don't think people recognize just how much we all influence each other. So when people are constantly hearing, look, kids are going to ruin your life, like don't do this, don't do that, it's not harmless.